Hi, everybody, and welcome to the second segment, episode 267 of Sold with Updike Pugh. I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Pugh, and today we thought we'd talk about what's happening in Texas, specifically the Tex-A-Plex. Did I say that right?
You did, yeah.
That's a tongue twister.
It is
Tex-A-Plex.
the Tex-A-Plex.
It's interesting. If you live here, you've become familiar with it, and if you're coming to Texas, you're part of what we're about to talk about. Because there's a lot happening here.
There's a lot going on here. We've experienced growth over the last 5 to 10 years that is historic. I mean, we have the number of people that have been moving here is just crazy. We currently are home to 50 of the Fortune 500 companies and have more than any other state in the United States.
Yeah, that to me, and you do know that because whether it's downtown Dallas, whether it's in Houston, whether you're looking at Legacy and Austin, this is a huge migration. And each one of these cities has their own footprint of what they typically feature on, whether it's oil and gas or whether it's tech or whether it's in finance. There's a huge medley that draws people here.
And I think one of the other things that draws a lot of corporations here is that we have no state income tax.
Huge.
We do have franchise tax for businesses that make over, X million per year. But beyond that, we have no state income tax on individuals or companies.
And the state specifically added 660,000 jobs last year, which is twice
Crazy.
The national average.
And, this was, we were talking about this before, 25% of the retail space in the United States is in Texas.
That would make me guess that because of our high rises, whether it's in Houston, Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, that has a huge impact on that.
It probably does. It probably does. We have a lot of malls. We've had a lot of space where, we've been able to, over the years, we've been able to grow out as opposed to being forced to grow up.
That is a true point.
Literally.
Grow up. Also, 2.4 trillion is what our economy is, and that is the 9th largest from even a global standpoint, which puts us ahead of both Canada, South Korea, Russia, and Australia.
And Texas is the 4th in the total number of billionaires of anywhere in the world.
I wonder how many of them live on straight lane.
I don't know.
Bunches of them. Texas is also the largest exporter of goods in the U.S., which is insane, but it's because it is so varied in what we can export.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's sheep, mohair, electricity, oil and gas, all of those items.
And so now we're going to kind of shift to just talking about the Tex-A-Plex. And this is really a big triangle that goes from Dallas to Houston, over to San Antonio, picking up all of that Austin MSA, and then coming all the way back up to incorporating the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in the hood. And the stats are amazing.
The stats are because in 2020, just in that triangle alone, the population was 21 million people. And that contains 5 of the 20 largest cities in the country, and was home to 70% of the Texans.
So 70% of the people that live in Texas live in that triangle.
So you know how they say, you call it DFW, and that means Dallas, Arlington, Fort Worth, and you just know that it's like when you drive 30, it's just a solid...
solid built out all the way from one city to the other.
So now San Antonio and Austin have almost become built out, and they're called SAS, San Antonio, Austin. And it is so interesting because it used to take like 50 minutes, and now it's well over an hour just to get into Austin.
It's crazy. The cities of Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Houston, San Antonio, and the DFW airport are all together bigger than Manhattan.
That does not make sense to me.
It doesn't to me. A couple other stats. San Antonio is bigger than New York City and Detroit combined. Houston has a bigger population than Colorado and 34 other states.
I don't get that.
Crazy.
When I ran into this article and started dissecting, I was like, we're just so accustomed to it that it just makes you rattle your head like, how small is everyone else? It just doesn't make sense. Houston also has over 5,000 energy-related firms and is the energy capital of the world.
And guess what also is in Texas as the capital of the world?
Is it?
Austin is the music capital of the world.
Really?
Yes.
That makes sense. Which of the events
Live
have you been
music.
to South by Southwest?
No, I haven't. I've been to a couple of concerts in what's it called? It's not Moody Park. Zilker Park. I've been to a couple of outdoor concerts in Zilker Park that have always been a blast.
I wouldn't say St. Paul and the Broken Bones at Austin City Live.
Oh, really?
Austin Limits, loved it. Really great venue.
In this Tex-A-Plex, there are 12 professional sports teams, and there are 159 universities, including 6 medical schools, one of which has the most Nobel Prize winners of any other hospital in the world.
Parkland?
UT Southwestern.
UT Southwestern. That's amazing. You also have Texas A&M, which enrolls 75,000 students. They have one dorm there that is the freshman dorm that has its own zip code and that has the largest student body in the U.S.
And the University of Texas at Austin, just so we keep this balanced between our Texas A&M and our UT friends,
Big rivalry.
Is the 3rd largest landowner in the United States.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's crazy. They have dorms there that also have their own zip code. I mean, that city swells by, I think when just regular school comes, that city swells in population by 125,000 people.
And A&M used to be like a podunk kind of town, and just like a really just relaxed, just kind of in the middle of nowhere school. And now you go and there's like the hotels, there's the restaurants, there's the Lou Casey boot store, and it has all changed. And you hear old school A&Mers, and they're just like kind of sad.
Yeah, kind of.
Dixie Chick is still there, but that's about all.
So if you're thinking about moving to Texas, these are some great reasons to move here. Yes, we've had a lot of growth over the last 5 to 10 years, but our cities have all grown with it. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of entertainment. There's just a lot of really good reasons to move to Texas.
So come see what all the fuss is about, and just remember, we want to be realtors for life.
When you're ready to talk real estate, you can reach us online, by phone, or by text at 214-377-2223.
And remember, we want to be realtors for life.